Free competitions, free teams, it's match day 1 of the European adventure. The group stages start right here, right now, beginning with the 19th of September. Feyenoord versus Celtic Rotterdam. Anywhere but the group stages. That's how the song should go.
Anywhere but the group stages, anywhere but the knockout stages, and I don't think Celtic will be going very far in their Group E.
Yeah, but I don't think they will, because, you know what, Feyenoord's got the better head-to-head record, pumped them in the European Cup final of 1970. Does that really mean anything going into 2023?
No, it was 53 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. People hyping this up as, Celtic can finally get revenge. I mean, most of the teams that played that day will be dead, or be done. I think looking at games
I think you mean most of the players.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's in 2012. But the point is, Celtic, they've lost Nat Phillips. In terms of defensively, I mean, it can't really be getting much weaker now. They've lost the only guy they brought in on transfer deadline day. Lagerbielke and Scales, the two that started against Rangers, look like they're going to be the two to start this game, with Joe Hart, Alistair Johnson, Greg Taylor, and I think pretty much an unchanged team apart from Bielka starting over Nat Phillips. And is that team going to be good enough to beat the Dutch champions who have scored 17 in their last 3 with 2 6-1s and a 5-1? I just can't see it.
It's good going, 17 goals in 3 games. I think Celtic have got a sense of false security with their current defence. Yes, it managed to keep a clean sheet against Rangers and they were victorious, but it was a toothless Rangers side. Let's get it straight here. It's not like Scales and Lagerbielke had a flawless game where they were fantastic. I mean, Rangers did penetrate the defence multiple times, and it was just more through Rangers being garbage than Celtic putting up a stand-up performance in defence. So I don't rate this Celtic side, and I don't think they'll get away with this squad tomorrow and over the course of this group stage when they're coming up against teams that have actually got players capable up front of punishing them. No one in Scotland really seems to be doing that right now. Rangers have got 4 strikers and not one of them could score a goal, but that will be different when they're taking on Feyenoord, Lazio and Atletico Madrid. So yeah, no, I think Celtic's fairy tale will end in disaster.
Yep, I think they need to get a point at this if they're going to advance in the top 2. A lot of people pinning Feyenoord as the 3rd best team in this group. I mean, to be honest, I don't know too much about them, right? They won the Dutch league, so therefore I'm going to assume they must be better than Ajax and PSV. So for me, they probably are. I mean, Atletico, I don't really rate Atletico anymore. And Lazio are a bit of an unknown. So I think Feyenoord should win this game, and I believe the manager did come out and say that if they are to advance in this group, they need to win. And Celtic are the worst team in the group, so you need to beat the worst team in the group at home, don't you? It's that simple for Marnie Slot.
Yeah, you can turn around and say Celtic need a result here in order to have a chance to go through, but Feyenoord will probably look at it that they need to beat Celtic if they want to realistically challenge the top 2. So
it's must win. Well, must win for Feyenoord. Celtic, I wouldn't. I think if Celtic are to look to go through past Christmas in any competition, I wouldn't necessarily say they need to get a point here. But you know what? A lot of Celtic fans just want a good performance, and I don't think they're going to get anything. I don't think they're going to get a good performance or a point. So I'm going to go for 4-2 Feyenoord. I'm throwing in Celtic to get a couple of goals because I think Feyenoord playing pretty attacking football will free up Celtic for counter-attack, and I think Kyogo will finally get a few Champions League goals.
Yeah, didn't go off the mark last season. He probably should have.
He definitely should have, and I think Kyogo's just improving constantly. And I think if he goes this campaign without getting the goal, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I think he's coming out against lesser opposition. Although last year they were taking on Shakhtar Donetsk. I mean, he probably should have scored in one of those games. He didn't.
The only thing is, I think Celtic will create less chances than they did last year because Rodgers just ain't Ange. So therefore, maybe he'll get less chances. But he's a goal scorer, man. And you look at that Celtic team. He's like the only guy I can see with goals in him. To be honest, so I'm going 4-2. Feyenoord will be too strong. Celtic though get a couple of goals. Maybe take the lead.
If Kyogo get injured, I'd seriously worry for Celtic.
I would too. He had to pop his shoulder back injury in the Dundee game. I mean, that's not good. I mean, popping shoulders in? What if he needs time off for that?
A shoulder injury?
Aye.
Well, if he continued the game, I'm sure he'll be alright.
Yeah, I know, but eventually you just can't keep popping your shoulder back in. You need surgery to properly realign it.
And how long's that going to keep him out for?
Exactly. But anyway, guys, I'm going 4-2. What are you going?
I'm going to go 2-0 Feyenoord.
2-0. I think he'll keep a clean sheet.
Aye. Celtic don't really have much.
Nah, they
for
don't.
Me.
I think they are toothless, but I think just playing against Feyenoord will suit them. I think an open game suits them more than what like a St Johnstone would. So that's what I'm going with. Are we moving on to Thursday? Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, let's go.
My opinion, the best hope of a team getting anything for the coefficient this week. We've got Rangers 8 o'clock Thursday against Real Betis. Real Betis suffering a wee bit of their own injury crisis. They've got Claudio Bravo, who's I believe going to be out with an injury. He is their experienced goalie, so the inexperienced goalie will be coming in. We've got the likes of Hector Bellerin, Isco for Real Betis, so a couple of decent players. Bellerin came out and said he's glad Morelos doesn't play for Rangers anymore because he feared them. Are you buying that?
Is that after the pies or before the pies?
Well, you know what? We could all say what we want about Morelos, but in Europe he was pretty great. I mean, he's Rangers' top goal scorer.
He's a good player, but I don't think anyone was fearing him. All the players in Europe were supposed to fear Alfredo Morelos.
No, but he's not saying that. He's not saying here if everyone in Europe would fear Morelos. Well, we'll put it this way, right? I would fear Morelos more or less anyone else in this Rangers front line at the minute.
Goes without saying.
Yeah, and the same goes for Kent. I mean, Kent one-on-one could take most players on, but I think Rangers, they weren't that good against St Johnstone. Danilo's out injured now. The injury list I was talking about, Rangers not really suffering many injuries. Well, that's added now. Barisic comes back into the squad. Will Ben Davies start? I mean, probably. I'm going to go. I mean, it's a tough one to pick here for Rangers, but I think it'll be a scoring draw. Do you think a defeat here, like a 2-1 defeat, does severe damage to Bale?
I think it does severe damage to Rangers' chances of getting out of this group.
Well, I'd say that, but do you think Bale losing here is going to be like have any effect on him leaving?
No, he's not going to be sacked, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be sacked after this game, but would that go into consideration in getting rid of him?
No. Not in my opinion.
Not in your opinion? I don't think so too. I think it's going to be all what he does in the league. I think he's got to win every domestic game up until the next international.
I think a lot of Rangers fans are kind of expecting defeat here against Real Betis, and I don't know why. It's fucking Real Betis.
Recently, it just got beat 5-0 by Barcelona, and yeah, I know, right, guys? Some people call it, it's Barcelona, though. And I get that, right? But Barcelona aren't what they used to be. They're not. I know they won La Liga, but I think La Liga is at its weakest it's ever been, and I'd say the past 30 years. Would you not say so?
It's not as strong as it used to be.
Like Real Madrid's got a strong team, and I think that is evident. I don't know why they didn't really win the league last year, but they've lost Benzema. I mean, think of the Real Madrid team now compared to what it used to be. I mean, fuck it. Think of the team Real Madrid used even 6 years ago. Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema, Casemiro, Modric, Kroos. They've got Modric, but they're way older now. Ramos ain't there. You don't have Pepe, Marcelo, Carvajal's older. He's the only one still there. Courtois. I mean, he is still there, but he's actually out for 9 months. So for me, I think La Liga's got way worse, and I think it's evident of that, seeing other teams get worse in the league as well, like Atletico Madrid. Look at State of Valencia. But
Valencia's been poor for 15 years.
They weren't too bad a couple of years ago.
Oh, come on. They've been shite for a while now.
I think for all the top teams that have struggled, I think the likes of Betis, Sociedad and Sevilla have upped their game recently, though.
Well, Sevilla, I think, has always been pretty good. They've been consistent over the past decade.
Yep. Sociedad, good team. They're in Champions League, obviously. And Betis, just a step below them. Celtic defeated Betis 2 years ago, didn't they?
Celtic did, in the group stage did, so, I mean...
For me, are Betis worse than PSV? I would say it's close. I wouldn't say there's much in it. And for that reason alone, there's nothing to fear. Unless you look at the 5-1 game. But I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go 2 each. Yeah, you
say there's nothing to fear, but PSV pumped Rangers.
I'm going 2 each. But I don't think there was anything for Rangers to fear. I think they just fucking collapsed.
I'm going 2-1 Real Betis.
2-1 Real Betis. So I'm going 2 each. I think Rangers get a wee draw. I'll go for Captain Tav to get a penalty and Kamar Roof to finally get a fucking goal.
I mean, for the good of Scottish football, I hope you are right. And then we move on to the final game. It is Frankfurt versus Aberdeen.
There's nothing good to say here.
I can see Celtic and Rangers getting results. I just can't see Aberdeen getting a result here. I mean, Frankfurt have only won one game in their last 5. However, they are unbeaten. Aberdeen have not won in their last 5, and it's probably even longer than that since Aberdeen picked up a win. Because we're already 4 games into the league. They haven't won in the league yet.
They beat Stirling Albion.
They beat Stirling Albion in the cup, but fuck me.
No, the problem.
Isn't that only 2-1 as well?
True.
I mean, you beat Stirling Albion by a goal.
The problem is for Aberdeen, right? This ain't a strong Aberdeen side at the minute. And even say it was at their strongest. Say McKinn's when they took on Burnley, couple of good result they're on. I fear the worst here. We looked at Villa Hibs. I think in the qualifier there's an element Villa took it easy a wee bit. But this is a group stage game.
I'd be shocked if this isn't 4-5-6 for Frankfurt.
I'm going to go 8-0 Frankfurt. That may sound extreme, but I think this might get Barry Robson the sack this game.
It could very well.
Aberdeen are expecting a defeat here. They'd be delusional to think otherwise, but for me, if it's like 8 or 9, I think he's away.
Well, 9-0 would be a hefty defeat, so if it's 9, then I can see him definitely going.
I'm going 8.
Well, I'm not. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go 5-0 Frankfurt. Same scoreline. Aston Villa beat Hibs by. I just don't see Aberdeen doing anything in this. Unfortunately, I don't see Aberdeen doing anything in this competition. And it's at some point you've got to wonder what's the point of qualifying for Europe if you can't do anything in it. There really fucking ain't.
Yeah, because there's just they'll struggle against Helsinki, let alone the other two.
Now I get it. Last year Hearts were underdogs against Istanbul and Fiorentina, but
I'd hope
going into those games I felt like Hearts could do something, and I actually think despite the scorelines I felt like Hearts were competitive in points. In those games, I just don't know. Maybe Aberdeen will prove us wrong, but I'm not convinced.
You know what? If Aberdeen were to any hope in this group, they need it at home to Helsinki first and get a win. Have some first game. I can see this was.
Well, it doesn't really matter either way. No one expects them to win this tie. This is the toughest tie they've got in the group, right? So I don't really buy that shit. As long as they beat Helsinki, whatever, when they play them. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they'll beat Helsinki, and they sure as hell ain't beating Frankfurt. They're just not good enough. Doesn't matter who they play first. This team is pish. It's not a good side. Barry Robson doesn't deserve to have the job.
I would have more faith in St Johnstone getting a result against Frankfurt. As toothless as they are, they're alright at the back.
Yeah. Alright at the back, but I think Aberdeen will be conceding goals at the back on it.
Could we be looking at the worst European campaign from a Scottish team in the group stages? Talk about Rangers last year.
No, I don't think Aberdeen will get... Nah, I don't think so, no. What did Rangers do? Concede it
21, scored 2.
Minus 19. I don't know, I mean, Frankfurt probably alone could put about 10 past Aberdeen, so...
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll be the worst scoreline. I don't think it'll be the worst campaign ever, but it will be up there. This Aberdeen side, I think, will be... I think if they get a couple of points, they'll be doing well for themselves.
There will be. You're going 5, I'm going 8. There's not a lot of confidence going into this. We'll be back Thursday night. Celtic is tomorrow. Looking forward to all the games, but I think it'll be a pretty dark week for Scottish football.
So why are you looking forward to the games then?
I want to be proved wrong.
Prove me wrong.
There's only really one game I want to be proved wrong in, even though I went for a draw, but anyway.
That's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Thursday night review show. Aberdeen, Rangers, Celtic. Can they
actually, no, there won't be a review. I won't be here.
Where will you be?
I'll be at the game.
Fuck me. Well, I'll be here. So looking forward to it. Can the Scottish team stand up and be counted? And we'll have to wait and see, guys. But until then, until next time, we've been Fog Football. We're currently 10th in the coefficients. I don't think that's going to last much longer.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't see how Turkey do worse.
Now, I mean, for a long time, I've been positive of Scottish football. I've praised Scottish football, but right now I have zero faith in Scottish football. I thought Celtic had a chance of getting out of that group last year. I thought Hearts had a chance of getting out of that group. Rangers got the group of death, but I still felt like they could maybe try and compete for third with Ajax. But
best case scenario is Celtic finish third, Rangers finish third.
my confidence of Scottish football is at an all-time low.
Yep.
And I'm just, it's time and time again.
And I think see that guy that phoned up the Super Scoreboard and said about the Old Firm? That Old Firm was fucking dire to watch. It was. It makes the league look fucking disgraceful.
Yeah, when that's the best you've got.
No. Seeing he says that's the worst Old Firm he's ever. I actually agree. That's not an overreaction. It was fucking abysmal.
And the likelihood is Celtic and Rangers will still finish 20 points ahead of the nearest competitor. So
yep.
You know, that's what it is, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, Scottish football's in a dark place. We even got pumped off of England. Can it get much worse? We'll find out over the next few days. Till then, though, peace.